Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So here we are hearing about more hells. Lala Bhaksha. There is hell of Vishasana, and then Pranarodha. So Vishashana and Pranarodha are meant for those people who give pain to animals. And there are different examples taken. Previously, the hunting was there. Sometimes you may say, why hunting was there in the Vedic culture? We see so many pastimes associated with hunting. Parikshit Maharaj was for hunting when he got cursed by the sage. Correct? So why this hunting at all? This can be understood very easily. It's not difficult. Just like a medical practitioner, he has to get used to see blood. Correct? Otherwise, first time he cuts for some operation, he'll get a shock. So they practice on dead bodies. Correct? There is some practice to be done. Otherwise, you cannot handle it. In the same way, a Kshatriya has to see blood. At the same time, there are also very ferocious animals in the forest. Because in forest also, they have to maintain peace. The modern day so-called government, in the city they cannot maintain peace. The Vedic time, even in the forest, is to maintain peace, where people can very peacefully you can practice and chant. We see Lord Rama and Lakshmana. The Vishwamitra came because there was disturbance in the forest. The forests were also valuable because in the forest they are doing tapasya. So he comes to Dasharatha, can you give Ram Lakshman? Some demons are disturbing us. Correct? So even in the forest there should be a peaceful condition. Everywhere there should be a peaceful condition. Now if there are ferocious animals and dangerous demons, they have to be killed. And it serves second purpose that this Kshatriyas, when they go for hunting, killing these ferocious animals, or Rama Lakshmana case some powerful demon, they get to see blood and they learn. Because in the city, suppose there is some disturbance and Kshatriya has to act, and suddenly he has to take his sword, cut. He can't see the blood if he has not practiced. Correct? Just like in medical field also, they do so many experiments with animals, finally to learn how to do the same thing on human being. Correct? In a similar way. It is exactly in a similar way. So that is completely justified. But today it is completely reverse. Previously the Kshatriyas used to be so courageous also, even though suppose a tiger has become carnivorous and they are going to kill him, the Kshatriya will just do it in a very courageous way, chivalrous way, without using any weapon. Sometimes just having a small knife will attack the tiger. It used to be some kind of a, because Kshatriyas are meant for this. Courage, chivalry, that's their life, different training. But today it's different. They go with dogs, they go with so many animals, they go to the forest, and what they kill? A rabbit. So Prabhupada said, this is a joke. Why you are killing a simple, peaceful animal in the forest? That is not allowed. You cannot go to kill some, goats, lambs. This is for modern day Kshatriyas. They are there. Some parts of the world, the kings are remaining. And it's like a prince, just like so many parts of the world. Kings are just puppets now. Somehow, unfortunately, word is now embraced. Demon grows crazy, which is called democracy. Actually, monarchy is a much better system. Vedas, or I don't think any religion recommends democracy. It's a fool's paradise. It is said the biggest illusion of 21st century is demon grows crazy. That is called democracy. You cannot do anything good in this. It's a horrible system to run. Suppose you are a great man, I make you prime minister, you will go mad. The system is horrible. Prabhupada, particularly this multi-party system, it's like a crazy. It is a crazy system. He never recommended from any sanity, because common man does not have a discrimination how to vote. He will make a mess of the whole thing. You are bringing power to a common man. Nothing wrong to it. He should be qualified. Fools cannot vote. But people, anyway. So now what happens? These monarchs, so-called monarchs, are there now. There are no prince. Really, I don't think you can count few monarchs. Mostly it is, just like in Britain we have the queen. It's a paperweight. India we have the president also. It's like a paperweight. Similarly, there are some princely kings even now. Raja. There is in Puri. There is a king. Correct. Mysore also there may be Raja. All these kings were there who gave their finally kingdom when India came into being. So these princes are still there. They have their some, and they go for the sports. And when they go for hunting, they don't now take on the tigers or lions, or they don't. Anyway, these are also now anyway finished. These animals are not there. They go to kill rabbits, and they will go with a huge entourage, and they kill a small rabbit. Now what is this? So therefore, if you give pain to the animals unnecessarily, then be ready for terrible punishment. Sometimes people argue, and actually they are misunderstood. Because don't think these hells are different. You are from one religion, for you they live one system of law. You are another religion. No, sir. There is one Yamaraj and one punishment. He is hardly bothered what stamp you have on your head. I am belonging to this religion, that religion. Yamaraj has nothing to do with it. He has set of rules. He sees by that. Correct? In the traffic law, it happens like that. A traffic police catches you. You say, see, don't catch me. I belong to different dharma. It's a nonsense. You have broken traffic laws. Come. Correct? Law is same. So you in this world may have created so many religions, so many nonsense laws. Yamaraj has nothing to do with all that rubbish. He has standard laws. Did you give pain to an animal unnecessarily? Come, be ready. You will be given the same pain. Okay, so we should not give pain. Some people have another funny idea. They think that God has given us these animals to enjoy. You're an elder brother. God has given you this to take care, to give protection. They have created a funny idea. God has given this for us. Yeah, God has given to you not for exploitation. The God has given you that for care, protection. Now this is to be understood very properly. Another kind of system people have created, that animals have no soul. To justify your sinful activity, therefore we are discussing, it's very dangerous. If intelligent people become sinful, it is very dangerous. They can justify anything. It's a very intelligent proposal. Because actually an animal almost looks like that. He has no control over himself. His senses are so wild. He's adhira. Animal is typically an adhira. You show a dog, he has to jump. Okay, true, there are certain animals like cow which are very sattvic. But general, the animals are very adhira. They immediately react. So they don't seem to have any kind of control. They don't seem to have thinking, feeling and willing, generally. Therefore, we were discussing yesterday in Bhagavad Gita, the development of consciousness starts from Annamaya, where person just thinks about food. That's the animal platform. Correct? Whole day animal is thinking, where is food, where is food, where is food. In human form of life, we should go to the next level, which is called Pranamaya, where we can see living symptoms and start understanding, not fully understand all the difference between dead things and living things. Then there is Jnanamaya, where a person is able to understand thinking, feeling and willing, more feature of the living entity. And the next stage, Vijnanamaya, separate body and the soul. So modern civilization is just like animals, Annamaya. Just food, food, food. Where is food? Where is food? Where is sleeping? Where is enjoyment? That's all. They can't understand this level. Imagine the obstinacy of these people. They say animals have no soul. Animals have soul. They're conscious. Prabhupada gives a very powerful argument. I remember once I was in the train and I met a man who had read Science of Self-Realization. It's a very nice book. And he had read it so nicely. Verbatim, he was repeating the words. I was so happy. And he was so ecstatic. See, I understood this fact that I should not eat an animal. I said, why? Because Prabhupada says, no, He says that the four activities are common between animal and us. What are the four activities common? Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. So why do you deny one more similarity that the soul is there? When everything is similar, one more component is also there. We are eating, animal is eating, we are sleeping. When everything looks so same, how can you deny that the soul is there? Okay. So definitely you have to take information from the Vedic literature. And now it is, to some extent, they don't have so funny way they're trying to understand consciousness. You get a joke of the life actually. And we know that plants have been proven to have conscience. What about animals? Animals are always conscious. Okay? They're conscious, they're living, and their body is separate from the soul. Sometimes they say human life is more divine. So for that we can kill animals. Prabhupada says, what is divine? Please tell us. What is divine or remaining? Animals don't do abortion. You do not see any animal killing a child in the womb. Mankind does it. We are less than the animals. Animals don't smoke and drink. Animals don't take drugs. You have seen. We do it. What way mankind is so, rather it should be reverse now. Their life looks to be better than us. Their life looks to be better, more organized. Animals are very organized. Everything happens according to, the nature. But human beings have so much freedom. The more the freedom, more the responsibility. But unfortunately, a human beings are misusing the freedom that is God gifted to them and exploiting. As we discussed previously, the animals are in such stage of fear. Okay. Yesterday I was night contemplating that shloka. There was the Jnana Vijnana Nashanam. Yes, Jnana Vijnana Nashanam. Because people have become so lusty in the material world for sense gratification. Jnana Vijnana Nashanam. They have no knowledge. They speak they have knowledge, but actually there is no knowledge in the human society. How animals also desire freedom. They are also living entities. They also have a right to live. Who are we to torture them? And today so many species are going extinct. Whole nature course has been completely devastated by the mankind today. And almost they destroyed the whole. Not only they have disturbed their life, they disturb lives of millions of species on earth by polluting the oceans, polluting the rivers, by so many ways. So many fishes they see in the rivers and all dying because of so much chemicals which are thrown. What is the civilization? Prabhupada used to say, civilizations mean shanti. Very peacefully person can understand the course of nature. He can understand the will of the Lord. That is a human civilization. Human civilization is not nunam pramate kurute vikarma, become mad after sense gratification and torture innocent animals. Correct? How much fear. When an animal, you just see, when they try to kill an animal, just see how much in fear he's writhing, trying to save himself here, there. Prabhupada says, you're creating such a ghastly seed. And this sows a seed of reaction, because reactions start accumulating, individually and collectively. And then you see horrible wars where people are even going on. Constantly wars are going on. Prabhupada says you cannot do this. One side you kill innocent animals and send all the animals to the slaughterhouses, and particularly the cow, most worshipable animal, you send it to the slaughterhouses. Correct? On other hand, there was once they asked to Chanakya, which is the most important animal. So he said, what was that statement? He gave, for human being, he gave an ass, because they use for carrying clothes. So what? You didn't say cow? No, cow is not an animal. You know that famous statement? It's a cow is a mother. A very famous statement made by him. So anyway, so when you slaughter so many animals, including cows today, so horrible. And India is the largest exporter of beef. The joke. The biggest joke on earth possible. Biggest joke. Where it should not be allowed, the largest exporter of the beef in the world today. Please wait for reaction. Please wait. You see horrible reactions happening. And we have to see people writhing in pain, suffering. Yes, reactions will come. Reactions will not go away. So therefore, the Bhagavatam is be very clear. Yamaraj is not going to ask, what is your philosophy, ideology you follow. Basically, we are not serious about today, about any religion. Just rubber stamp on the head. Be ready for Yamaraj. Terrible punishment awaits if you have unnecessarily given pain in any way. Either it is hunting, and second one is an animal sacrifice. Just like Prabhupada says in Calcutta, there are so many slaughterhouses. And what they do in slaughterhouses, they put a deity of Kali and they sell people. Kali Prasad, Durga Prasad, khao. The Prabhupada says, please wait. These hells are waiting for you. Correct? In a rare situation where somebody is very abominable, it's not recommended for gentleman, for an abominable man, low class man. If he is still addicted to meat eating, it is allowed once in a month. He has to go to the forest where nobody can hear the cry of the animal, and a small animal like a goat he offers to on Amavasya night to Kali, and he can have the meat. It is allowed. Concession is there, but with the restrictions. But what do people do? Once they get a concession, they forget the restrictions and they make it, slaughterhouses picture. Nowhere there is a recommendation for a regular slaughterhouse. Nowhere. But people misuse, be ready. Yamaraj and his agents are waiting to correct you. Because you cannot be corrected. Another interesting thing in the hell is, when they punish you so severely, they also tell you for what they are punishing. You also recollect your sin. Sometimes people say this in this world. I am being punished. I get punished for something, but I don't know for what I am being punished. So how will I reform myself? Correct? That is done in the hell. First in front of Yamaraj you hear what all you did. You are hearing because Yamaraj shows that I am being very just. Okay? It's like in a court. What do they do in the court? They tell the crimes, then the punishment. Correct? So it is very clear. And the next, when you are being punished, that all your memory is given. How pain you gave to those animals. So this is not good actually, that people can live very insensitive to the pains of the animals. Okay? And human life is much more for a higher purpose. And if somebody, it is said another thing in the Bhagavatam, that Vina Pashugna. There was one Srila Prabhupada was explaining Krishna consciousness to somebody had come, a priest, and Prabhupada was talking to him, trying to explain. Then after some time, Prabhupada said, I'll put on a tape. He put on a tape. And then, discussion, they were hearing to Prabhupada class. So in the evening time, devotees came to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, he was a very big priest, but you have just put a tape. You didn't talk to him. Prabhupada said he was stinking. He was drunk. I didn't want to preach to him. Correct? You lose interest. What to talk now? What to talk? Drunk. So it is very difficult. It will become very, very difficult. If you get drunk or it will not help. So we should make therefore a determination. And another thing is called Pashukna. Another instance when Prabhupada was talking to a reporter, very interestingly, when the reporters used to come to Prabhupada used to preach to them. He was never after speaking a particular statement for publicity. Never. He was very devotee, simple. He is not duplicitous. Simplicity and duplicity. Prabhupada, no duplicity. Straight he used to preach. And many times the reporters used to become devotees. Straight he used to talk Krishna consciousness. Straight and the heart. He was like powerful Acharya, trying to deliver anybody who comes. Just like Haridas Thakur, when the prostitute came, even trying to deliver her. So what happened in this case? He was preaching to a reporter, and a reporter was not understanding the fact that the body and the soul are separate. The first preaching. So Prabhupada said, do you eat meat? Out of frustration, he said yes. Then Prabhupada said, it is very difficult to preach Krishna consciousness to meat eaters. Prabhupada said that. It's very difficult. In fact, the Bhagavatam says so. It is a statement of the Bhagavatam. Nirvrtatarshay upigiyamana bhavoshadi shotamano abhirama ka uttama shloka gunanamana vina pashugnan puman virajeta vina pashugnan. It says, unless person is a meat eater, he will appreciate Krishna consciousness. Either he will be in ecstasy if he is purist, or it will act like a medicine, or at least he will, very nice, it was very nice. But if a person is finding very repulsive Krishna consciousness, then he belongs to the category of meat eaters. Pashukna. Pashukna means killer of the pashu, that is animal. And also said killer of the soul. If somebody is killing himself, committing spiritual suicide, then also he will find it very repulsive. Otherwise, Krishna consciousness is pleasing to different stages. Correct? So it's like Sundays, some people come just for Sundays, but they don't sit and chant in their house regularly. Correct? At least they are one category. Slowly they will go to the next stage. But there are some people who are regularly doing sadhana, but still we are not on the platform of the acharyas who are in bliss, in ecstasy of Krishna consciousness, the different stages. So therefore, meat eating is not at all recommended, and it should be avoided in any civilized society. There may be some exceptions sometimes where somebody is in a desert and you are in Antarctica. So every rule has an exception. But then when you take an exception, when there is no cause for an exception, you will be punished very severely by Yamaraj. Correct? You cannot cheat Yamaraj. No. The food is less. No? Some people say if you don't eat animals, you don't eat cows, then so many cows will be there. How will you manage? People gave calculations also recently. The government in India was saying that they found the porous border to Bangladesh, where Bangladesh they eat beef. So millions of cows go through every year because there is a big demand there, good rate. So they go to the Bengal. So the government was trying to close the border. So people gave so-called nonsense intellectuals. They are all Yamaraj is waiting for the so-called intellectuals. They gave a statement that so many cows, how to maintain, so much expenditure will be there to maintain those. Such silly ideas. Prabhupada always used to say against this. If your mother becomes old, you don't kill her and eat her off. Correct? Similarly, cow is a mother giving you milk. Nowadays, even mothers don't give milk. Cows only have to provide that also. They have no time. So-called busy. They have no time to give milk to their own children. That also cow has to provide. And anyway, whole life cow gives milk. And then when the poor animal becomes old, you kill it. Prabhupada said, what kind of gratitude? What kind of civilization is this? You call it a civilization? Where there is no gratitude, you are killing the cow. So in that way, it's no way it is sane, and all the so-called economics make it very insane. And it becomes very difficult to compete also. Suppose you open a Goshala, okay? You have to compete with the Goshala where they are doing very vicious activities. For making better profit, the moment the bull is there, straight goes to slaughterhouse. And if the cow becomes old, straight goes to slaughterhouse. They're all economics only. And you have a Goshala, which is a Ahimsa Goshala. It's very difficult to compete now. Because he is very profitable by sinful activities. Therefore, even those who have a Goshala, the motive should not be to make money. Goshala is to have milk of the cow and live with the cow. Correct? It's not that. Prabhupada wanted the devotee communes to be established where devotees stay in a peaceful life with cows and land. But today it is considered primitive. In fact, recently there is a big show. One very big scientist in America came to the lecture hall to give the revolution, what will save the world. So people are all waiting, what will save the world. Very eminent. There is a video of that is there in the net. Then he had a sheet of paper and something on it. So he asked, what is it? Bullshit. Because you have the term bullshit. He said, this will save the world. Actually, cow dung will save the world. People will come to know after some time. It is the greatest thing cow can give. Everything cow gives is so beautiful and healthy for the society. So animals are serving us in so many ways, and to slaughter them like this is not humanity.